Hey, welcome back, guys. Welcome to Mayhem Reacts. It's your boy Chris coming at you with another reaction video. This one's another trailer reaction. Now this one, a little tardy to the party on this one. I've had a couple that I've done recently. First of all, hadn't been around in a while, but I'm trying to play catch up a little bit. This is one I'm interested in because it's Francis Ford Coppola, and the cast seems to be pretty decent. There's a lot of buzz around it. Of course, you've seen the thumbnail, you see the title, all that good fun stuff. It's Megalopolis, and there's a hotel I think they either used or Francis Ford Coppola opened they're doing something with. It has like a editing suite and like full theater and all this cool stuff up in Atlanta. I'm in Georgia, so this is like opening up in Atlanta, and you'll be able to stay in it and stuff like that. So I'm kind of excited to go check that one out. Not that I can afford it, but you know, I don't know. Send your love my way. Maybe I can afford it with your love. But you know, I'm a fan of Francis Ford Coppola. Let's see. I've got what's in the background. I've got The Godfather right there. Oh yeah, that's The Godfather right there. That's actually I'm sure it's a replica, whatever, but it's a one frame of film from the film. It's just one film frame from the film, and it's kind of cool. I think it's what is it? I think it's Pacino sitting at the card table. I want to say we was talking to Mo Green. I can't remember for that 100%. I had to pull it down, take a look at it again. But yeah, like I like Francis Ford Coppola and other stuff he's done too. Of course, not everything is great, and I am a filmmaker myself. I've got some films, you can't see them. I got some posters back here. I've got some films out there that I would say are pretty good. And then I've got some that I'd kind of like, you can skip that one. You know, that was me just figuring how to get that angle or how to get audio kind of fine tuned or whatever, you know? So, you know, I get it. I'm not judging anybody. But this one's got some buzz on it. We're going to take a look at the trailer. If you've already seen it, that's great. Again, I know I am tardy to the party on this one, but I want to check it out. I want to see what characteristics of Coppola are out there, what the cast is looking like, who all we get to see, and you know, if it's something that draws me in. So again, I'm going to come at it from a perspective of not only a fan of Coppola, not only like a cineaholic, but again, as a filmmaker, seeing like the cinematography and anything that we can kind of pick up on the characters and stuff like that. So, as usual, I will stop it a little bit throughout just because of like copyright issues with the trailer itself or the music that's in it or what have you. And, yeah, I look forward to that and to talk to you guys throughout. So let's go ahead and jump on over to Megalopolis.
Don't let the now destroy the forever.
Sorry, I have a little pet peeve on that one. And if you guys have seen it before or seen my videos, you know it. Like the preview before the preview. I'm like, just show the freaking preview, man. Just show the preview. To me, if you have to do that, then you're trying to grab their attention before the preview, which means the trailer. That means the trailer's probably not going to be that great. So this is probably going to blow me away. It's going to be the best trailer I've ever seen in my life. I'm sure. Why not? But I don't need a preview before the trailer or a trailer before the trailer. Just show the trailer. Sorry. Again, little pet peeve. My bad.
Destroy the forever.
One filmmaker has always been ahead of his time.
Time, stop! Go.
Now, from visionary writer and director Francis Ford Coppola comes an event nothing can prepare you for.
Imagine today's society as a branch of civilization about to reach a dead end.
Well, I'll backtrack a little bit right here. There is a lack of diversity in films that are being made today on a grand scale, on like a Hollywood level scale, not in the independent world. And when I say diversity, I don't mean, you know, representation. I've said it before. I don't care anything about that. I don't care about representation and diversity and all that in film, storytelling, whatever. If it doesn't suit the film, if it's not, natural in there, if it's forced and it's like, you got to have this many of this, it's stupid. I won't do it. I will never, ever, ever do that. I want to tell a good story, and I want the right people in the right roles. Again, that's not what I'm talking about when I say diversity in this sense. When I'm talking about diversity here, what I'm actually talking about is you got a lot of superhero movies out there, right? You got a lot of superhero movies. You got a lot of prequels and sequels and reboots out there right now. It's kind of that safe territory if it's done right, if it's done well, which we've seen that's not always the case, especially lately. But we haven't seen a lot of like, what is the new Ghostbusters? I mean, we've seen new Ghostbusters movies, but like when the Ghostbusters come out, what was out there similar to it? What can you compare it to? Beetlejuice just did a reboot, or not a reboot, a sequel, which was fantastic. I'll be doing a review on it. But like when Beetlejuice came out, was there another film out there that was similar to Beetlejuice? No. I mean, this is back when studios could take a chance. And you would think now with all the streaming platforms that they own, it seems like, they'd be willing to take more of a chance, but apparently not. I don't know. So far in this trailer, I'm seeing really fun stuff that I'm not used to seeing. Now, of course, there's going to be somebody who comes in the comments, well, it looks kind of like Ready Player One, or it looks like this or that or whatever, and I haven't seen Ready Player One, but you know what I mean? Like that sci-fi kind of stuff. And I get that, but I don't see that saturated in films on a regular basis. I don't see it out there on a regular basis. So like the Doctor Strange looking stuff that was going on, I always loved that in Doctor Strange. I thought that looked great here. I am just as intrigued as I am confused about what's going on. And that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. I'm very, very excited to continue watching this and to see where it goes. Adam Driver was criminally misused in the Star Wars sequel trilogy. The entire Star Wars sequel trilogy was a misuse of George Lucas's vision, and the entire, I won't get into that. Just, I love Star Wars. Loved Star Wars. Anyways, Adam Driver, excited about him. And it sounds like Lawrence Fishburne's narrating it. Fantastic.
About to reach a dead end. Is this way we're living the only one that's available to us? My plan is a city that people can dream about.
Megalopolis.
What about those standing in your way?
Power to the people!
Who like it the way it is?
Oh, okay.
People don't need dreams. People need help now.
Don't let the now destroy the forever.
I am very, very intrigued. Very, very intrigued. My only gripe so far is and I can go either way on this one, to be fair. So Christopher Nolan does not like to use CGI, right? He says, if I'm going to use it, I'm going to use it so well it doesn't look like I'm using it. It's obviously, there's CGI in here, right? Obviously. And that's the thing. It is fairly obvious. Like, it's not very well blended into the scenes. It's very standoutish. Now, I say I can go either way with that. Like, if you want it to look real, it's not pulling that off. If you want it to look fantastical, which is what I think they're going for here, this whole fantastical thing. If you want it to look fantastical, stand out, catch your attention, blow you away, just, this different world. It's old school, but I always go back to like Wizard of Oz, how fantastical that film was. You went from that sepia black and white to full-blown color, and then you had these inanimate objects becoming animated and walking and talking. I mean, it was just what a journey, what an intriguing experience to watch that film. In in my opinion, I experienced Wizard of Oz. I didn't just watch it. I experienced it, which is one of the films, the main film that got me into filmmaking, got me interested in it. With this, I feel like it's that same fantastical stuff. It's a journey. We're going to go on a journey. Films aren't doing enough of that lately for me. It's more of get in, get out, or get in, let's stay in and just kind of marinate a little bit and then get out eventually 2.5 hours later on this long movie that didn't need to be long. So far, I'm digging this. And again, with the CGI, like if it's serving the purpose that I think it is, it's spot on. It's perfect. And I've got faith in them. I think these guys are going to do great. I did see Giancarlo, what's his name? Esposito. I think I saw Aubrey Plaza. I definitely saw John Voight. And I cannot remember this girl's name right here. That's with Adam Driver. She's a cutie pie, but I cannot remember her name or where I've seen her from. Somebody let me know in the comments. I know her. I know her. That lovely face.
We're in need of a great debate about the future. Enjoy the show.
1, 2, 3. Yippee yay.
Oh, what's her name? Oh, Shia LaBeouf's in this. Nathalie Emmanuel. Okay. I never would have guessed that. Of course, for those that don't know, Jason Schwartzman's like a nephew or something like that. Like Nicolas Cage and Jason Schwartzman are all related to Francis Ford Coppola. But he's a fine actor. I thought I'd point that out. It was kind of funny that he's in here. Not funny, but I noticed it, so I pointed it out. Ooh, Dustin Hoffman.
There's still so much to accomplish, but is there time? Go.
Francis Ford Coppola's Megalopolis.
A fable. Okay. All right, cool. So, thoroughly enjoyed that trailer. I thought that was great. Dang, I forgot what I was about. I was just about to say something. Oh, you know what it made me think of? And there may be multiple stories going on in this, you know, intertwined or something like that. No telling with these guys. But you know what it made me think of? Some of those shots in there. It made me think of like the World Fair. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Like old school, like before we were born kind of world, like the World Fair in Chicago or New York or whatever. And like they had all these inventors and scientists and folks coming in. It was all about the future and things that we were building and doing and changing the world. And now we don't really do that anymore. You know, I mean, go look at cars. They've been the same forever. I mean, yeah, you can say EV, but how much advancement is that in the time frame from when we've got what, you know, the modern cars that we have now? Not knocking EVs, not knocking Elon or any of these guys out here doing it. Hey, do your thing. You know, that's awesome. But like electricity, light bulbs, we got LEDs now, but there's like so much. And I've seen like videos or maybe videos, but I know I've seen pictures and stuff. And I've read stories about it, and it was just so fantastical, these things that people were bringing to the World's Fairs and showing off and trying to, you know, really promote this, pushing the boundaries of science and understanding and concept of humanity. And that is super fascinating to me. And I don't know of anything similar to that today. And from my understanding too, they used to build like entire, like not cities, but these huge like environments in which to host the World's Fair. I think, and I could be wrong. Don't judge me if I'm wrong. Somebody said the Eiffel Tower was, you know, due to the World's Fair out there one year, and they, you know, built it for that. And of course they left it, but a lot of these other places, they build them up and then they tear them down after it's over. I've seen pictures of like in Chicago and other places. It just looks insane of what I've seen. And again, I could be wrong and I could be getting misinformation. You know how the internet is. But we don't do that. We don't do that. So this made me think of that a little bit, and kind of like the Iron Man scene, you know, with Tony Stark showcasing all the technology and everything. And, you know, that's cool. Science is very fascinating to me. And, Francis Ford Coppola is a fantastic filmmaker, and all these guys are completely capable individually of carrying a film. So I'm super excited to see it. What do you guys think? Were you intrigued by the trailer? What did you think about the reaction? Or are you going to go see this film, or have you already? I can't remember if it's out or not. Okay. Let me know in the comments down below. Would love to interact with you guys down there, and we will see you on the next one.